Hi everyone, I am Niko Ana coming on today to help you with tapping on when you think tapping isn't working fast enough. And I know many of you have had this happen where you're tapping on something and you're tapping and you're tapping and you're tapping and it's like, I'm not getting anywhere, this isn't working. Or maybe even you tapped on something and it resolved, it went away, but then it came back and you're like, oh my God, it's back. So we're going to do something today that addresses that. Before we do a little tapping, I just want to say that there is something that happens for sure in the journey of self-healing and self-development where a lot of times our brains are always really focused on that which we don't have yet, the lack of, the next thing, what's left in the healing journey instead of what we've already accomplished. So it's a very common way of feeling and thinking. Comes from something called negativity bias, which many of you may have heard of that. So the brain is really just driving us to always feel like we're not there yet, or there's more, or there's a lag, and it causes stress. And so this is really actually just, it's pretty simple. That's what's happening. Is we're just not acknowledging how far we've come. So that's kind of the premise here. So I just want to state that first before I do the tapping so you can kind of understand the premise of these phrases and how I came up with the phrasing on this tapping. And you can, I even encourage you to explore some of your own phrasing around this subject. So with that in mind, okay, let's just take responsibility for your own wellness and healing and all that good stuff. We're just going to tap on the side of the hand. I always have to get my legs crossed here and I bump the computer. So, all right. So think about your issue. Whatever it is that's not healing fast enough, or whatever it is that you're working on, it's not coming to you fast enough. It doesn't have to be physical necessarily. It could be emotional, mental. It could be a physical thing you're trying to manifest in your life. It could be monetary. It could be healing in the body. Anything. So just think about it and just get your general sub level around it, like the stress that you're feeling around not having it or it not being fast enough. Just tune in, get the number, set it aside. Okay, here we go, the setup statement. Even though this is not happening fast enough, even though it doesn't seem like this is working, it's not working. I've tapped and tapped and tapped. I don't see it yet. It's not happening. I'm getting really frustrated. Maybe this tapping stuff doesn't work. Well, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm really not sure this tapping stuff is working, I've been tapping on this. It's not going away. It's not coming to me fast enough. I can't see any evidence that it's working. Not enough. It's not happening fast enough. Well, you know what? I accept that that's just where I am right now. And I'm willing to consider that maybe I just haven't waited long enough. Even though this is not happening, I have tapped and tapped and tapped. Nothing's happening. Still here. It won't go away. It's not showing up. Where is it? I'm willing to forgive myself for not being able to make this happen fast enough. Let's tap through some phrases now. Oh, this isn't working. This tapping isn't working. I've tapped and tapped until I'm blue in the face. Why isn't it happening? Why isn't this going away? I'm really getting to the end of my rope here. I'm going under the arms now. I don't know if this tapping is working. Seems like maybe it's not working. Maybe this tapping is a load of crap. What's worked before, or it's worked for others, but it is not working for me right now. And I'm getting really frustrated. I am about to throw down. I'm about to give up. What's the point? It's really frustrating me. It should be working by now. It should be gone by now. I should have what I want by now. Why isn't it happening? Why aren't I healed yet? What is going on? Is there something wrong with me? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Why can't I get this right? Other people seem to be able to get it to work. I hear all these stories where people are healed by tapping. People manifest sums of money with tapping. All kinds of things. Why can't I get it to work for me? Oh, so frustrating. This has been going on for a while. Well, I'm willing to accept this part of myself feels frustrated. It's a pretty big part of myself that feels frustrated here. But maybe there's a part of me that knows I'm being a little impatient. It's just a small part of me. Maybe I know on a deeper level that I need to keep going. So I acknowledge there's a small part of me that knows this actually is working. There's a small part of me that understands it takes time. Even though the bigger part of me is just frustrated, just wants it right now. Totally understandable. No one wants to suffer. No one wants to be in lack. Maybe I'll forgive myself for wanting it now. It's okay that part of me is frustrated. That little part of me, though, the little part of me that feels really sure and patient, knows. Just give it a little more time. I'm going to accept both parts of me right now. I'm going to accept there's a conflict here. And I'm going to consider that it may have taken a long time to get into this state. Whatever pattern this is for me, whatever unwanted condition this is, it probably took a long time to get here. So it makes sense. It may take some time to unravel it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It might take a while to release this. Or it could take a while for it to manifest in my physical reality. That's reasonable, right? But I acknowledge that there's still that part of me just wants it now. It wants to give up. But I'm also going to acknowledge the part of me, that deep level of knowing, that is going to keep going. It's going to be patient. It's going to stick with it. Just going to keep showing up for myself, accepting the frustration. Just keep tapping, keep doing the work, and trust I'm on the right path. Go to the top of the head, and I deeply and completely love and approve of myself right now, just the way I am. Okay, everyone, take a deep breath. Tune in. Check in with your original SUD level. See if that number shifted for you. Sometimes it can go up, and that's okay because it just means we're really acknowledging feeling it more. Usually it'll go down once you've done. We did quite a few rounds there. But if you want to keep tapping on this, just keep tapping, and you can just say, like, if you were feeling frustrated or whatever it was for you, just use the phrase remaining frustration or remaining doubt, or remaining whatever, and just do a couple rounds with that, just that one phrase. You can do that, and that might be really helpful to you. So, all right, everyone, please leave your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this. If you found this useful and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do that. Hit all the buttons down there, notifications, subscribe. They're all good. And then you'll get to know when I put out new videos if you do that. Take care. Namaste, my friends.